Hello and welcome back. My name is Melissa, and on today's episode of Mommy Monday, I am going to be sharing with you sort of some of my favorite items from the grocery store and from other stores. Things that I use basically to pack my toddler's lunch. Now, I know that this can be super useful even if you have an older child, probably in elementary school. And so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Now, I kind of want to say I may or may not be wearing my pajama shirt. I do have shorts on, but anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because it's been a day. I got rained on, or rather we got rained on during school drop-off and had to go to Publix and buy some things, and then Mikey didn't want to take a nap, so it's been a day and it's 11:30 in the morning. Let's just say that. Anyway, you might be wondering, maybe not, as to why I'm not making the lunches that I'm talking about. Part of that is because I don't want to be wasteful. If I make all that food, the kids are not going to be able to eat it all. My husband is at work, and right now I'm in the middle of another sort of juicing detox. I do them like once a month. So with that being said, I'm not going to be able to eat them. So I just don't like food going to waste. And this was the video that I had planned for this week, so I got to follow through and do it. So this is how I'll make it work. I'm just going to show you and give you the ideas. Now, usually my go-to lunch for my 3.5, he's actually 3.7, he's almost 4, year-old son is sandwich with fresh fruit and then something else on the side. So first, let me show you this. I bought this, I don't even remember, I bought it last school year. It was probably from like Marshall's or Ross, if I remember correctly, and it's by Fit and Fresh. So they have a website, and hopefully I can find this online. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to because this thing is awesome. I'll link it in the description for you, but I mean, I like the color, but beyond that, it's got 2 compartments. So you have this top section where usually I always put fresh fruit on one side and then something else on the other. Might be cheese, might be crackers, might be a couple of cookies, I would give him nuts, but some schools are nut-free. His school is not, but he does have a girl in the class who is allergic to nuts, so I won't do that. If your kid likes seeds, like pumpkin seeds and stuff like that, you can put that on that side. And then here, I mean, obviously you could put anything, but I usually just put sandwiches, and this is the amount of space in between. So, I mean, you could put anything, right? Leftovers that you have here. If the school heats up the food, you could put, you know, warm stuff there, but I wouldn't suggest warming up plastic. That's not safe. Even though some people say it is, I wouldn't do it. And not all schools will warm up the food, so that's something to take into account. For warm food, I do something else, but before I get into that, I usually pack sandwich, fruit, and then some kind of snack on the side. Again, he's not that big, so he doesn't eat that much. He'll probably pick at the snacks up here and eat most of his sandwich. I might even actually have to start just giving him half a sandwich so that he'll actually eat his fruit and the sides that I pack in here. But I think this is great, especially for a toddler. It also fits pretty well in his toddler lunchbox. He's at school right now, so I don't have it with me to show you, so hopefully I can get a clip of that later on and insert it for you. So this is my favorite. Now, another somewhat favorite is this. I was looking at a lot of accounts on Instagram for lunch boxes, and there's like this whole bento box kind of movement. So I think this is a knockoff of the bento box. I think the bento box, you can actually, I'm guessing, move the compartments to fit how you want. Again, I'll link what I can find. This is not that. This is basically just like a silicone insert, and it has the 4 compartments. So if you want to put a sandwich in the middle, you can cut it in half and maybe stack it, and then nuts, seeds, fruits, cheese, crackers, cookies, whatever it is that you want to put in there, and it'll all fit. This is kind of big, so for my son, I realize now this is too much. this would be good for when we go on field trips. So if I'm with him and we can split a sandwich and then have a bunch of snacks on the side, this is great for that. And that is probably exactly what I'm going to do with this. We have an upcoming field trip to Disney on Ice, so I'll use that for that. This doesn't have any inserts, ice pack inserts. I did forget to mention that this came with ice pack inserts. They're in the freezer right now. But an ice pack actually sort of clicks onto the top part and this part as well. Now usually with the sandwich, I don't like putting the ice pack there. I just put it on here on the top part to keep the cheese and the fruits and stuff nice and cool. And I notice when the ice touches the sandwich can get kind of, not soggy, but kind of funky looking. Maybe soggy, I don't remember. I just remember it looked weird, so I stopped using that part, but it's in the freezer right now and my tripod is in the way. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, so as I was mentioning, reference warm foods. Now, if I usually cook 3-4 nights out of the week, sometimes more. Sometimes I try to cook so there's a lot left over, but my husband, well, I guess we eat a lot. I don't know, or maybe we eat an average amount, but there never seems to be enough left over for multiple days, maybe one extra day. But with that being said, for warm foods, I use the thermos. This thing is awesome. I actually got the idea to use this from a preschool teacher because I hadn't thought of it. So it's metal on the inside, I believe it's stainless steel. And a good sort of hack for when it comes to these things, if you want to keep it very warm, is before you put the warm food in, let's say you're packing the lunch in the morning, that's usually what I would do. I would boil water either on the stovetop or in the microwave, then put the boiling hot water in here, leave it in here for a couple of minutes so that this gets nice and warm. Then dump it out, right, before I put the warm food inside. So I'll heat up whatever leftovers I have from the night before in the microwave for like 30 seconds because again, he's, you know, almost 4. He doesn't like food piping hot. But heat it up for like 30-45 seconds in the microwave, put it in here, close it tight, and this will keep it nice and warm, especially now in the fall if your kids, you know, if you like make chili or soup or anything like that you want to keep warm. This is great for that, and you can put it in the lunchbox. And I believe even if you have ice packs, like let's say you have juice or something and you have an ice pack, it's not gonna permeate this. Like the inside is gonna stay nice and hot. Okay, so this is kind of random. This is a fridge insert. It's basically an organizational thing. They sell a lot of this on Amazon, in stores at Target, and it's just a clear tray. Now because I feed the kids a lot of fruits, I think this is awesome. It's clear, I can see what I have. I also have the habit of like knowing where my fruits are, but sometimes, you know, you kind of can forget, especially if you're transitioning to eating a little bit healthier. Having something like this that's clear so you can actually see what you got is good. So I'll usually cut up strawberries. Sometimes I'll cut up an apple. If you're gonna cut up an apple, you can spray or sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice and it keeps it from turning brown. It does alter the taste a little, so keep that in mind. And then I have grapes. So sometimes I'll have watermelon, I'll have nectarines or peaches. The bananas are usually on the counter. Sometimes I'll have green apples. This always changes, but the point is I love these things, they're great. Another favorite are thermos cups. I did talk about this also in a previous video. I'll link all the videos at some point in a card or down below, probably in a card. But at any rate, this is great for water. So I always pack him ice water, and I'll just put a bunch of ice in it and fill it with water, obviously. What's wrong with me? And yeah. I have the Batman one that matches this, but having 2 kids, I don't know where the Batman one is. Right now he has his Paw Patrol one in his lunchbox, and I want to get the matching Paw Patrol of this for his lunchbox as well. But these thermos things are really good. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you some of the food items that are staples in our home and when it comes to packing lunches and just food in general that we eat in the house. I do try to buy mostly organic food. My markets that are closest to me, it's so annoying considering I live in a very big city. I live in Miami, Florida, but not all the markets carry a lot of organic items. Not everything is organic. So, and the stuff that is usually marked up pretty high. So anyway, with that being said, you're gonna see some of the things that I have are organic, some of them aren't. It just depends on whether or not I had the time to drive the 30 minutes to Whole Foods, or if I just had to go to the closest market. So anyway, with that being said, let me show you. I don't want to turn this too much into like a, I don't know, like a nutritional thing, but this is my favorite ham. Now, if you're gonna eat processed foods, you have to be careful when it comes to things like nitrates and nitrites, or yeah, nitrates. Those things are known carcinogens. They cause cancer. So I always personally buy anything that says it's nitrate free, as unprocessed as possible. So this is uncured, slow cooked ham, and you can taste the difference in this. The difference in flavor and texture and all of that when it comes to this ham is incredible. Like, my mouth is salivating, but I can't eat it. This ham is absolutely delicious. It is a lot more expensive than the regular hams or the other hams that you'll find out there, but it is so good. It says ingredients: pork, water, contains less 2% of the following, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, delicious. Now, this is not organic. If I had organic, I would prefer it, but my son loves Colby Jack cheese. I think he just likes the colors, to be honest, more so than anything else. So when I make his sandwich, it's that ham, Colby Jack cheese, and I buy the olive oil mayo, but I do want to switch to the Primal Kitchen. This is made with avocado oil, and it's non-GMO. This is a lot better. It's made with cage-free eggs. It doesn't have any added sugars. This is a much healthier alternative, but this one's spicy. My son doesn't like spicy, my husband does. So when this runs out, I'll buy like a regular mayo by this brand, but just wanted to show that. Another side component, maybe a snack, it won't fit in that green thing, but I might put it in the lunchbox, is organic applesauce. My sons actually really love this. This one's unsweetened, and they like it just as much as the sweetened one. I think they don't really notice it because I don't give them applesauce very often. Sometimes I just use this to bake my apple banana oat muffins. I actually have the recipe for that, so if you want to see it, I'll link it here somewhere and also in the description. So this is the juice. Now, most days he just takes water, but if I want to give him a little treat, like on a Friday, I'll give him this organic fruit punch or apple grape, and there's also apple juice. This is just from Costco, so it's USDA organic. It says no added sweeteners, and I've just noticed that when he drinks this, it doesn't affect him as much. My son's kind of high energy, and I notice when he eats a lot of overly processed foods and anything obviously very high in sugar, it just aggravates his, I don't want to say he's hyperactive, but he's definitely very high energy. So eating certain foods makes it worse. So here's the cheese snack. Again, Colby Jack. This is Sargento, but if I have organic, I prefer that. Now the bread, it's something that I don't really eat bread daily, but on the days that I do eat bread, this is my favorite bread. This is like worth it to me. This is potato bread. It's Martin's famous Dutch taste potato bread. This is so delicious. It's so soft, and just the flavor. I mean, I wish I could describe it. I can't right now because I can't taste it, but I can't eat it right now to taste it and tell you, but it's kind of sweet, but just I love the texture of it. It's just very soft and delicious. So this and like the King's Hawaiian bread, like they're like the two best breads ever. So this next idea I got from somewhere on Instagram. It's instead of just doing sandwiches, you could also do a bagel as part of the lunch options. So I have these bagel thins. This is cinnamon raisin, and this is plain. You could put whatever you want, I guess peanut butter and jam on it, or you could do cream cheese and jam or jelly, and that tastes so good too. And you could substitute a regular like ham and cheese sandwich with a bagel and then the fruits and crackers and whatnot on the side. So this is really delicious. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you and then we'll be done are some of the snacks that I've purchased, and I interchange these. Like I said, I always put some kind of fresh fruit and then I'll put something else on the side with that. So I actually just bought these today. I've never had these before, but these are organic from my local market called Publix, and I have animal crackers and mini chocolate chip cookies. I'm sure these are crunchy. I guess you could kind of tell by the packaging. These are not soft. These are like crunchy and probably really good. So there's that. This week at school, he has been having the cheddar bunnies as a snack. His school provides snacks to the kids, and they give them Ritz crackers with like Hawaiian punch. So I told him I would go ahead and supply his snack for him. So I give him this. Again, this is organic. It's made with organic wheat, and Annie's is just kind of known to be a little bit cleaner than some of the other brands in terms of their ingredients and whatnot. Has no artificial flavors, no synthetic colors or synthetic preservatives, made with organic wheat flour, and the cheese comes from cows, not treated with hormones. So I give him this, and then instead of the Hawaiian punch, he'll have this or just water. I got this for the first time today. Because, is this new? No. Okay, so I got this for the first time today. It's USDA organic, also by Annie's, and this is Honey Bunny Crunch. So it's a mix of like honey flavored cookies and then pretzels and things of that nature. So again, this is like another little side thing. I'll just put a few pieces along with the fruit and all that. And I like that here there's a note saying organic is always non-GMO. I actually remember looking that up like 3-4 years ago. A lot of people don't know that in order to have this USDA organic seal, it has to be non-GMO. You don't have to pay to have both labels, because that costs a lot of money, you know, for the company to pay for both labels. So I like that it says that, because I know that I already know that, but not a lot of people know that. I think I showed this last thing in my Whole Foods haul. Did I do a Whole Foods haul? I feel like I did. It's all a blur. If I did, there'll be a card here with that video if you want to check that out. But these are also Annie's organic white cheddar bunny tail puffs. These smell really good. Oh man, it's gonna be a tease. They smell really good. Like, you can smell the cheese. It smells like real cheese. It says made with real cheese, and same thing, no synthetic colors or anything like that. And these are baked, not fried, so it's a little bit healthier. Okay, so reference the warm foods. If I need something and I'm in a pinch and I don't have time to cook dinner, and I also can use this as leftovers for lunch the next day, I'll use the Annie's. This is like an ad for Annie's. I use the Annie's Homegrown Classic Organic Macaroni and Cheese boxes. My son actually loves the orange box the most, but I mean, he'll eat both. This one is the white with shells, and then this is also, it's orange cheese, but he likes the orange box. At any rate, these are actually really yummy, and I have like hacks to make this taste even better. Like, it doesn't taste like boxed mac and cheese, it tastes like homemade mac and cheese. So I'll probably do a video on that sometime in the future. I'm thinking in September or November, because I already have an ongoing list of things that I want to film. But at any rate, this is really good. At any rate, so that completes this video. I hope you found this information useful. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see more of, or any questions that you have, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. I try to check my comments as often as possible. I reply to everything. It's just I'm not on the computer all the time because I have the kids and I'm working from home teaching and stuff, so it's a little difficult to reply automatically, but I do read them all and I respond as soon as I can. Now for next week, I have 2 video ideas, so if you have a preference, feel free to let me know. I can do a fall craft video just with like 2 or 3 fall craft ideas, and the other, I forgot what the other one is. Oh. And the other one is a what's in my toddler bag or my baby bag. So I've gone through a bunch of baby bags at this point because I'm always fine-tuning and trying to make my life a little bit easier. I'm definitely looking forward to the day where I don't have to carry a baby bag anymore, but that will hopefully be maybe in the next 6 months when the little one gets potty trained. So go ahead and leave a comment, let me know which one you prefer, and I will plan to upload that one next week, Monday. And until then, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Okay, so of course I forgot something, like always. This last thing I wanted to show, I found this at the market when I went, actually like 3 or 4 days ago, and this is where I've been putting his little crackers to have for snack time, because snack time is earlier than lunchtime, so it's just easier to have his snack in like a separate container so that he's not eating his lunch, you know? So at any rate, this is where I put his snack, and he knows because his lunchbox has like a little compartment on the front. So I put this in there, and then he'll have his crackers, usually with water or juice. Anyway, usually water. So I just wanted to show that. I forgot to mention, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy these sort of mommy videos. I post a mommy video every Monday, so we call that Mommy Monday.